Guys, my makeup looks spectacular today. If you guys can see, I have a super cool graphic summer eye look. And I used the Jeffree Star Wedding palette and the Glamlite Fresh Prince to actually get this a super cute, beautiful look. That goes amazingly with my outfit today. So stay tuned, guys, and I'm getting ready to get into it. Let's get started. Well, I can't get started without showing you what my inspiration was. I got these eyelashes at like the Dollar Tree for $1.25, and well, they were the inspiration for the look, so I had to include them. I actually didn't like how they turned out on afterwards, but they still made for a really great inspiration. Here we go. Let's start with a little bit of skincare. So I started with some under eye patches. I think these are marine collagen, if I'm not mistaken. Left them on for 10 minutes and then took them off. And that kind of helps brighten my eyes and kind of helps with my dark circles. So now let's get into some more skincare, because after that I have to use my two favorite snail mucins. I start with one that's more like a lotion, but it's kind of like a serum lotion if you ask me, and it smells really great, so I have to use it before my makeup. I don't know, it's just part of my routine now. And then I finish it with the original snail mucin, and that one I swear preps my skin for my primer and foundation, so I can't really even do my makeup without that second one. Now it's time for the primer, and I'm using one of my favorites. If you've seen any of my content lately, you know I've been using this one for a few months now and loving it. But it's the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. It's just an everyday favorite of mine and great for summer. And now you guys are in for a treat, because I'm actually testing this cushion foundation and powder out for the first time. And I tried to test it out the other day and didn't even realize there was powder in it, even though I did see where it advertised powder in there. So we're going to be giving it a good try today, that's for sure. But check out that packaging. This is luxurious. It's fancy smancy. So let's get into it. So I'm going to start with the cushion foundation, and both the foundation and the powder did come with its own little spongy. So just using the spongy that came with it, I applied it right over that e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. And I personally think the spongy is great for this. It goes on really smooth, and it's like a light to medium buildable coverage. And I actually did one side at a time so that you guys can see the difference. Do you see that? Now I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and we got another treat coming up. Yep, I'm testing out a new concealer. And this concealer is like an eye roller, like a serum almost, like a brightening kind of concealer. At first, I thought it was just a serum, and I tried to put it on in the morning and realized it was a concealer. I'm really having a time with my new makeup, not reading the directions very well. But I decided to put it on now right over my foundation. And you can see I just kind of applied it. It is a nice light shade. It's very, very creamy. It is a brightening. And then I blended it out with a spongy, and this was the results. I have to say, this was a perfect combination, and wait until you see the finished look whenever I put the powder on. So let's start the powder. You can see nice in the compact. It has the spongy in there. Yes, both spongy fit in that compact. And then I started to get to powdering away. Now, I do have to say I was not crazy about the way this one applied with the spongy that was with it. So you can see I did decide to go ahead and use my favorite powder brush and applied it that way. But I was very happy with the finished results of applying it this way. It was like a great, almost like a foundation powder finish. Matte and very smooth, and it did not draw attention to my wrinkles or lines. You're going to see I look amazing. Now, in the order that I usually go, I do my brows. And that's right, I am using the Jeffree Star Wedding palette. I use that always and forever because it's like a reddish brown for my eyebrows. And I draw that on with a really thin eyebrow brush and to give me my brows. And then once I actually get those on, I'm actually going to go over this with one of my favorite eyebrow pens you guys have seen in other videos before. Eye Method. There it is. It's dual-ended, but I use the one that only has one little fine print thing, whatever you want to call it, to put my little fine hairs there, guys, so that this looks more natural, realistic. And this one's actually in brown, and I like the way that red shadow and the brown marker go together. It matches my hair almost perfectly. And are you checking out how that looks? Now it's time for my eyeshadow base. And for this one, because we're going to be doing a really bright graphic look, I'm using the NYX crayon in milk. Any crayon would do, or white primer, but you do want it to be white and, a little bit more opaque than clear so that it can really make those collars pop. And then the next step, which is pretty universal, I do it daily, is I'm going to take that matte beige there in that Jeffree Star Wedding palette, and I'm going to highlight right under my brow. I do prefer the matte one, and it's like just a little bit lighter than my own skin tone, so it makes a really great highlighter that doesn't distract from the look that I'm going to be going for. Now for another tip that I pretty much do for everyday makeup looks, and I'm going to take that, I think it's a wedding cake or eat the cake or something, that white shimmery one, and I'm going to put that right there in the inner corners of my eyes. And remember, I did put that NYX crayon all over and under my eyeball. Well, not my eyeball itself, you get the point. Now, let's get into some color. So just taking a regular brush, we're going to take this color right here in the Jeffree Star palette. I don't remember what that one was. Maybe I'll put it in there and print later. And then I'm going to pop that right into the crease of my eye. And then I wanted to lighten that up, put a little bit of shimmer. I took that gold shade there out of the Jeffree Star palette. And then I just kind of blended that out, put it right on top of there and blended it out so that we'd have a nice blended eyeshadow look. And then I wasn't super happy with the way that turned out because I wanted more pink than gold. So I took the Glamlite Fresh Prince palette and I grabbed that really light sparkly pink and I put that right on top and blended that out so we could add a little bit of pink because this is a summer look and I'm going to be super bright, so I needed a little bit of pink in there. And well, I decided I still want a little bit more pink in there. I probably just shouldn't have even used those brown shades. So now I'm taking a shimmery pink shade here and putting that one in the crease, and then just like I did before, then I'm going to lighten that up again with that pink shade from the Glamlite. Now for some fun, I'm going to take that light pink and I sprayed a little bit of setting spray there on that brush. You didn't see that part so that it would stick better. And I put that under my eyes to really highlight under my eyes. I don't know. I always feel like my eyes look brighter this way and it matches. I really like the way this one turned out. Then for some more of that light pink, I put that right there on the lid after I got done with that. And you can see how that ended up turning out. I think this was a really nice, pretty pink look. And then I really wanted to lighten it up just a little bit and make it a little bit less shimmery. So I took a cult favorite viral Urban Decay, I think it's Space Cowgirl or something, and put that right over top of that. And I think this really finished this look and got it ready for the graphic eyeliner we're about to do. Now, to be fair, I seen somebody else using the Glamlite one similar. Their look was totally different, but I did see how they used the eyeshadow to use it as eyeliner. So, yep, we're going in with the Jeffree Star Wedding palette, and we're taking that hot pink. And again, to really get it to work as like an eyeliner, I sprayed a really thin eyeliner brush with the setting spray. That is the Glamlite setting spray, and then dipped it right in there and started on my look. Now, for the actual details to how I did this, I really don't know how to explain it. You just kind of have to watch. I did kind of like a I don't know, a crease line and then another eyeliner line, and then I went right underneath my eye. And it's just my own design here, guys. And you can see right here in the video where I put that pink on like eyeliner. And I think it turned out great. And that just leaves us to the next part, which is going to be a white eyeliner. And for that, I actually used a face painting kit that's a water-activated face paint kit, super affordable. And it really looks great with this look. Now, I will say, since it's water activated, it does wash off really easily, but you can do a lot of looks with it, and it came with a lot of colors. And then the same thing with this one, you can just kind of follow along and see how I did it. I kind of put it in between the pink, since the pink was a little bit thicker than my eyeliner brush that I used for the white. And now, for it to really match those eyelashes, I needed a pop of blue, and I was actually going to use the Glamlite eyeshadow in there. It had a pretty blue, but I forgot. So we're going to go with this liquid eyeshadow here that I got, and it actually ended up working great because this one's very vivid. It matched those eyelashes perfectly, and again, I really like the way it turned out. Now, I didn't use a lot of the blue. I just kind of popped it in little areas so that we'd have a little bit of flutter of it, just like with the lashes. And believe it or not, my eyeliner look is not done. So I took a black liquid eyeliner and I just did like a little wing down there, nothing special. And I just kind of followed the guide of the eyeliner that I already had on. And I think, again, this turned out really great. And I gotta have a black on there to open my eyes up. And then it's time for mascara. And I'm using one of my cult favorites, and that's the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. This is just one that I love. I seem to go to the most. I mean, you guys are seeing what 2 coats are doing for my eyes, right? Loves it. Now, can you believe it? We're almost done. That was actually the bulk of my video. So for the blush, I'm actually taking that same pink that's in the Glamlite. Actually, I didn't use the Jeffree Star one for my eyes, but the Glamlite pink, and I used that for blush, and it matches perfectly. I just kind of blended it out, and I did blend it out with a regular brush as well. And then we're into another fun part that I've kind of been addicted to lately, is I'm going to contour, and I'm going to contour with a cream stick, contour stick. over top of my powder and foundation. I'm using the one by Wet n Wild, and I've been using it like this for a few weeks. And it's been working just fine for me. I don't know. I'd say most people probably wouldn't recommend this, but it's blended out and worked fine. I've tried it with several different powders and foundations. And I just used a contour side for this. I don't even use the highlight because we already highlighted with the concealer. And then I blend it out with a damp beauty blender, and boom. You see the finish. Now I've got a contour. And then after I get it on, I just take whatever powder's left over on my brush and just kind of go over that to set it. And for me, no summer look is complete without highlighter. So we're going to be using the Lumi Glotion to actually highlight. And I'm going to use a damp beauty blender to actually blend it in. And I'm going to apply it everywhere that I apply highlighter. And then after that, we're still not done. Because now I'm going to go over that with the Glamlite highlighter collection from the Fresh Prince. So it goes with the eyeshadow palette we're using. And then with a brush, just apply that over there. And you can see I've got a pretty little pink finished. And once I got that on, I do go over that with, again, whatever powder's left over on my brush. I'm not dipping it back in. And well, I had to. I had to use a really hot pink lipstick. This one, I'm not even sure if you can find it. If I can, I'll have it linked. But if you can't, it's actually a classic. It's a catsuit, liquid catsuit by Wet n Wild. I really love it. It's also long lasting, so it was a perfect choice. Now, I didn't really want it to be quite this dark, so I took like a concealer. That is a concealer. And I went over it to actually lighten it up. And then before the concealer completely dried, I took that really light pink sparkly shade from the Glamlite and put that right over it. And then I wanted just a little bit more highlight, so I took the highlighter palette from the Glamlite and I took that pink and put that right over, and it really gave it a nice, almost like metallic finish. See that? Loves it. And well, that's it, guys. I took my powder brush just to kind of blend everything out, give it a finished look. And then you're going to see here in a second me in my dress. I think this was a super fun pink blue look. And then here it is with the lashes as well. But I got to say, I'm not impressed with the way it turned out with the lashes. I mean, I like these lashes, but I think my face is too small for them. Probably be great on somebody else. And they're really light, so you can't hardly see them on me. But anyway, I love this look. Let me know what you think down in the comments, guys. And don't forget to Hulk smash that follow button.